Janet.
And I'm Richard.
And today, we're starting a little bit late, but we've got a lot of awesome stuff with you today. So, to start off, we're going to talk about some entertainment news.
Yeah, we got a lot today, guys. The writer's strike is moving up. No deadline has been met, so studios are staking out release dates, getting movies into production. This is this is probably a bad sign, but we're going to be excited anyway because we're positive here anyway. Disney made the biggest news over the week. They pretty much took the whole thing by storm.
Yeah.
The first one we have up is Star Wars Episode 9 has been slated for May 24th, 2009. That moves it away from the winter release date that Force Awakens, Rogue One, and Last Jedi have taken, and it puts Star Wars firmly back in summer.
Summer blockbuster.
Summer blockbuster. It's a weird decision though, because Disney also has Avengers 4 slated for May 4th. So it's like they have two of their arguably two biggest movies of that year will be weeks apart. Does that seem like a good call to you?
I just don't know. Like, is there a reason why they changed it from having their winter release, like Christmas releases?
I think because they want to put Star Wars back in summer, because Star Wars always was in summer originally. It was always Memorial Day weekend. Mm-hmm. So I think they want to put it back. But I don't know. I kind of liked having Star Wars in Christmas. And
yeah, it was like a theme, like you knew.
It was like the best Christmas present ever. Like it was Disney's Christmas gift to me, and I'm being selfish to all of us, but mainly me. So that's pretty awesome. I mean,
it was a huge Christmas paycheck for them.
Oh yeah, because it's good. People are out during the Christmas shopping. People want to spend time with the family. Star Wars is going to make $1 billion no matter when you release it. You can release it in September, and people are going to still go out and see it.
I think December or in the middle of summer is the best.
Best call.
Yeah.
So also they announced Indiana Jones 5. Disney now has the rights to Indiana Jones. They've moved that to July 20th, 2020. Both Steven Spielberg and Harrison Ford will return. Janet, what do you think about that?
Didn't they always have the rights to Disney? Didn't they always?
No, Paramount had it. Paramount had Indiana Jones, and then Disney, when they bought Lucasfilm, they got Indiana Jones with it also. How do you feel about?
Hasn't that been part of their?
They've wanted to, but they've always put Star Wars first. Like that was their first plan, and then they said, all right, we'll get to Indiana Jones when we do. And I guess Spielberg is ready. Harrison Ford is like 76 by the time this movie will come out, so he's going to be a pretty old Indy. He was already old the last time. I mean, look, I love Indiana Jones. It's one of my favorite movie series of all time, so you tell me there's an Indy 5 coming, I'm going to get super excited.
Is he going to be in a wheelchair? Or
you know what?
How is he going to get...
Ford is not that old, and, he can do it.
He's going to hold a cane. He's going to have a cane. It's going to be Logan.
That would be a good deal with if it was just called Indy, or call it Henry, I would just be
Henry.
If it was called Henry, I would be in tears. Like Disney, whatever you're doing, don't end Indiana Jones the way Fox ended Logan. I can't deal with that.
It's not gonna happen. But yeah, that's funny.
So I mean, are you excited for new Indiana Jones movie or?
To be honest, I haven't kept up with the recent last two Indiana Jones films.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and Last Crusade from '89.
Yeah. 89?
That was there's only been one Indiana Jones movie since...
There was one that came out in the 2000s.
Yeah, 2008, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, that one. I haven't watched that one.
I mean, most fans would say you don't have to. I don't think it's that bad. I think the internet's hatred for it has been overblown. It's not that bad, guys. It's pretty entertaining. You all need to be quiet. So we're going to move on.
My only experience with Indiana Jones is in Disneyland.
I mean, that's a pretty good experience. We're going to correct that. We're going to, above all the movies we have to correct, we're going to correct that one. Okay. Next up is Frozen 2 will be released on November 27th, 2019.
All right. I'm excited. Have they yet told the public whether or not the sisters are going to be... Because I think there was a rumor that one of them was a lesbian, right?
That Elsa, I mean, I think that's a popular fan theory that Elsa could be.
Have they said anything about that yet?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Disney Animation will do something like that for a while. It's going to take them a little bit more time to get to that. We just got to LeFou in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
and that was a small part though, like to have a big character like Elsa. You know what's interesting about this date, November 27th? That will be 6 years to the date the original Frozen came out. The original Frozen hits screens on November 27th.
Such a long time ago.
It didn't
feel though.
It doesn't. It does feel long ago, but it does because I can't remember a time before Frozen. Frozen's become such a big thing that it's like I mean, I love Frozen. I'm still, it's been what has it been now? 4 years, and I'm still singing "Let It Go."
Let It Go. Yeah.
So, are you excited?
A little more than I wish. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I think that that movie was really really fun.
It was pretty awesome.
And if they can do that again, I would be I would be thrilled to watch it.
Oh yeah. Next one. I think the next one's gonna excite you. The Lion King bit of news. How do you feel about? Do you want to tell them that one?
Yeah, so I just heard that Seth Rogen is gonna play. Wait, is it Timon?
No, Seth Rogen's Pumbaa.
Oh, Pumbaa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And Billy, I forget his last name.
I can't pronounce it. Easterner.
The guy from Parks and Rec, the guy that screams a lot.
And he's on Billy on the Streets also.
Yeah, he's playing Timon.
Yep.
And that's just such a weird combination for me. And then to think that they're like playing Timon and Pumbaa, like that's just another weird dimension. That's just I'm trying to figure that out.
Seth Rogen's a perfect Pumbaa though. Like
yeah, but I feel like in a parody version.
Really? I feel like
the Lion King.
in the most natural version, like he feels.
Really?
Like, I'm a little sad that it isn't Vince Vaughn as Timon. I don't know why I had that in my head for a while, but I mean, this guy is really funny, so I'm excited.
No, yeah, but I've only known him as like the screaming guy, the guy that's just always angry and irritated.
Which
and
is Timon. Timon is like constantly annoyed and irritated.
I guess so, but like it's Disney though. It's different kind of irritation.
It's just direct. Just let him be angry without cursing, and then it'll be.
Yeah, I guess so. That should be fun.
Yeah, and they set that release date. Also, Disney announced that Jon Favreau actually took to Twitter and set the release date for July 19th, 2019. So that means that'll be the next live-action Disney movie following Mulan. I don't want to say live-action though, because it's not live-action. It's just CGI with animals.
Weird.
So there's that to look forward to.
All right.
Next one is this is not Disney. This is Fox. Fox announced a bunch of release dates over the weekend, and they sort of got like, obviously the Disney took a lot of the headlines, but the biggest one to take away is that Fox has set release dates for 3 X-Men movies in 2018. It is New Mutants, directed by Fault in Our Stars' Josh Boone for April 13th. Deadpool 2 is taking the summer spot of June 1st, and then the next X-Men proper film will be X-Men Dark Phoenix on November 2nd. No director has been attached to Dark Phoenix. Deadpool 2 will be directed by David Leitch from
what years?
2018. Okay. So
these
are all coming.
2018?
These are all coming next year.
Oh, wow.
Janet, what do you think of 3 X-Men movies in 2018?
In all in one, yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I feel like I'll barely have time to watch one before the next one comes out.
I know. It's also interesting that New Mutants comes before X-Men Dark Phoenix, because New Mutants in the comics typically comes after the X-Men have kind of grown up and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see. They're jumping around with their timelines, obviously. I mean, Fox has never been. The two that jump out to me, though, are Deadpool in summer and Dark Phoenix just in general. Deadpool in summer because Deadpool did really well in February. Like, it was because there was nothing else to compete with, it dominated the month of February. Did it come out
like in Valentine's Day?
Come out on Valentine's Day. And it pretty much stayed the top of the box office until around, like, I think Zootopia came out like 3 weeks later. But now it'll come out the week after Han Solo, and then it will come out the week before Transformers, Bumblebee, and Ocean's 8, and then right after that will be Incredibles 2, and then right after that will be Jurassic World 2.
Oh my God. So, just hearing you say all of those just like reboots or sequels is just, come on.
Incredibles 2 you're excited for, though.
So many.
Incredibles 2 you're excited for, though.
Yes, because it's the Incredibles 2, not Incredibles 6 or freaking Bumblebee. That's like, the 10th Transformers film.
Yeah,
like, oh my God.
It'll be the 10th Transformers film, but the first one that'll be good. Because
do we have any original content, guys?
We will. We will get original content. Just no one's gonna go see it. I did not.
I haven't either. I want to watch it.
I don't want to watch it because it looks awful.
It's bad.
It looks awful. It looks like Blair Witch,
but it's not that. I love Blair Witch.
Yeah, but you know how in Blair Witch, like the camera's just staring at like twigs, and this is you're gonna be looking at rocks. Phoenix is not a pretty city to look at. Trust me, we live in it.
I like Phoenix.
You like Phoenix. You like the city of Phoenix. You don't like the Phoenix desert.
Yes, I do. I love the desert. I don't like the city. I actually love the desert.
Ugh, I think you and me are from 2 different worlds.
I think the desert is the prettiest thing that Arizona has to offer, so...
Phoenix? We'll get back to that. And, I mean, yeah, so Deadpool, like you said, faced a lot of competition from a lot of high-profile sequels and reboots. And then Dark Phoenix in November just... It feels like they're rushing that. Like, the Dark Phoenix...
That's a lot.
Yeah, not only does it feel like a lot, but they have... Not only... Dark Phoenix is such an important X-Men storyline, that I don't feel like you've earned it yet. You fumbled the ball once with X-Men 3, and now you pretty much did Apocalypse. So you've had one movie to introduce Jean Grey, and she's a side character. So I don't feel like you've earned this. Also, that this movie comes out in November 2nd. That means it is now 18 months from release.
Have they started filming?
They don't have a director.
Oh
They
my
don't
God,
have a
that's so
script.
quick. I feel like they're not gonna have enough time to really get any of these well.
If I were a betting man, well, New Mutants has been in development for a while. They have a director, they have a script. Deadpool 2 has a director, a script, and a mostly cast. So I'm pretty sure those two will make release.
But even just in the editing.
Oh yeah, in the editing, I feel like New Mutants will maybe get bumped back to November, and I feel like Dark Phoenix will get bumped back to 2019.
They're probably gonna have to.
Which might be for the better. All right, next story is Avatar. We haven't heard of an Avatar news in a while, but James Cameron and Fox announced that they have 4 Avatar sequels planned. All of which will come out in December of 2020, 2021, 2024, and 2025, which means Avatar 2 and 3 will be shot back to back, and then Avatar 4 and 5 will be shot back to back. Janet, what do you think of 4 Avatar sequels?
See, I think this makes more sense than the whole mutant thing, the whole X-Men thing. I feel like that's spaced out, and that's reasonably spaced out.
Yeah, we're not getting that next year. We're getting that.
I mean, it's kind of sad that, like, 2025, it's like, that's a while from now. But I feel like that makes more sense.
You know that'll be 16 years from the release of the first Avatar by the time the last one comes out?
Oh, wow.
It's been a long time since Avatar came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like Avatar?
I loved Avatar. I think the hatred for it's gotten a little overhyped in recent years.
I don't get the hatred for it.
I sort of do, but I think a lot of it's just a lot of people that want to be a little smug. It's like, guys, if you say it's Ferngully or Pocahontas or Dances Wolf, you're not clever. Everybody's made that observation. It's a tale as old as time. And I'm not going to say song as old as rhyme because that's another one. But anyway.
Oh my God.
Still, it's a classic tale and it looks awesome.
So many movies are being retold and they're not original. So what's the big deal?
There are certain stories that I think are universal and they have to be told. And James.
This one was just a lot different and a lot like it expanded the world of cinema when it came out.
Yeah, and James Cameron is James Cameron.
Yeah.
You don't. I
think people hate. Some people really criticize James Cameron.
Well, you people are wrong then. I'm gonna say that loudly and proudly. You're wrong. All right. So moving on. This one is sort of a spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen the movie Split. So if you haven't seen the movie Split,
have you seen it yet?
I've seen it.
Okay, I know you were like angry.
Yeah, I've seen it. I want to say, you know what, actually, I'm going to say spoiler alert, but also tough luck because if the director has spoiled the movie, then we can spoil it for you. It is confirmed that the M. Night's next movie will be a sequel / crossover between Unbreakable and Split. It will be titled Glass and will be released on January 18th of 2019. Like a lot of people now know that the twist of Split was that it was a long-awaited sequel or connected to the Unbreakable universe. Janet, what do you think of a new M. Night Shyamalan movie?
I mean, we saw it coming, right?
We saw it coming.
When the film ended and we saw that scene.
Did you think we were going to get this soon, though?
In 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I just can't believe we're getting it in general. Like, you know,
really?
Unbreakable, just the very fact that even Split was connected to it.
That shocked me. I thought it was just a standalone film, and then when I saw that, I was like, what?
And then that it's also like, because M. Night's confirmed that Bruce Willis is coming back, Samuel Jackson's coming back, hence the title Glass, and then James McAvoy and Anya Taylor-Joy, which...
Quite a cast.
The idea of James McAvoy fighting Bruce Willis excites me on a level of, like, no one will understand. Like, it's just such a cool, like, let them fight.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe I'm excited for an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Has anybody been excited for an M. Night Shyamalan movie since, like, 2000?
You weren't excited when you saw the trailer for Split?
I mean, I was...
Or what was that other film that he did?
The Visit?
Yeah.
No. Pretty much, I haven't been excited for an M. Night movie since I saw The Happening. Like, he's pretty much lost a lot of his credibility, and...
I think he's regained some of it, though.
I think if this hits, he'll have gained his credibility back. But I think he moves better. He obviously has gotten better going back to a smaller, more... not big budget filmmaking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys... This is awesome, and we never thought we'd say that about an M. Night Shyamalan movie 5 years ago.
People stop hating on him. Like, literally, you and, like, everyone else keep saying that. I never thought I'd say that I'm excited for M. Night Shyamalan. Like, all right, we get it.
Well, we're going to say it again. We're not wrong about M. Night, but you're wrong about Cameron. Okay, so next bit of news is about another Disney. We're going back to Disney a little bit. We should have probably paired this more. But this one is Ewan McGregor, who is just coming off of Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast and Trainspotting 2, has been cast as an adult Christopher Robin in the upcoming Winnie the Pooh live action sequel, remake, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I honestly, I honestly don't know how I feel.
I was kind of shocked when I heard this because I felt like Christopher Robin, like he's a kid, like we know him as a kid, and
Yeah.
now it's gonna be like an adult Christopher Robin. It just made me feel weird.
I'm so conflicted. It's like I love Ewan McGregor. He's one of my favorites. He's just amazing in everything. And then Winnie the Pooh is my all-time favorite Disney animated film.
Yeah.
He's my favorite Disney character. I love him. Every time I go to the parks, I get a picture with him. He's my absolute favorite. I love Winnie the Pooh. The idea of doing a live-action Winnie the Pooh movie has been a dream of mine forever. But this just doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
And the reason it doesn't seem right is, one, Ewan McGregor is Scottish. And Christopher Robin is hardcore British. Like that is a British boy. So I feel like that needs to be as a British man. It just feels weird casting decision. And then another one is just I don't know the idea of doing a grown up version of Christopher Robin. It was never his story.
Wait, I have a question. So I guess we'll talk about this later, but I just finished watching 13 Reasons Why, and then I saw a featurette of it, and the main actress had this like intense British accent, but she's an American teenager.
Yeah.
So they cast it and they do that a lot. You know that.
Yeah.
So why? Like, is it why does it upset you so much? That's already kind of
that's not even the thing that upsets me. Just that's a minor thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like if they cast like I don't know, that one doesn't really bother me. That's just something I noted right away.
Yeah.
Is that Ewan McGregor's voice is very distinctly Scottish.
Well, but he can probably change that.
He can. He did in like the Star Wars prequels. So I don't know. That was you're right. That's a minor nitpick. But the real issue I have is the idea of doing it as an adult. Is that it was never Christopher Robin's story.
He doesn't even look like him.
Well, he was a hand-drawn cartoon and a
I know,
child.
But like you can no.
Ewan McGregor is 40.
No, I know.
He doesn't look 40 though. He looks great.
There's a lot of cartoon characters that when they cast them as people, like you can tell.
Like Pumbaa looks like Seth Rogen.
No, but like there's a lot of characters that you're just like, wow, that really works.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just feels weird. It feels awkward.
Yeah, it does feel awkward. Like I said, it's not a Christopher Robin story. You tried this with Hook and it didn't work there because it's not Peter Pan's story. They're supporting characters. They're not the central, so it feels weird. I mean, I'm still gonna go see it. I love Winnie the Pooh. I love Ewan McGregor, so I'm on board. They have my ticket now. I'm just gonna voice my concerns now while they have my money. All right, this one is big, guys. David Fincher, legendary David Fincher, fanboy favorite. He did Fight Club. He did Seven, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Zodiac, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, is set to direct World War Z2. I didn't believe this at first. I didn't believe it. It had been rumored, but it was like one of those things where you hear it and it's not going to happen. David Fincher's not going to make a big blockbuster movie. He's had a bad experience with it. He's not that type of guy. But I guess Brad Pitt somehow convinced him. I guess because he's Brad Pitt. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm excited now. This went from a movie I didn't care about at all. I thought the first World War Z was fine. It was good. But when they announced a sequel, I was like, I'm not jumping out of my seat. But now I'm just like, well, now I have to see it.
Yeah.
Now I'm extremely curious.
I'm definitely more curious now. I watched World War Z. I guess the first one. Who directed that one?
Mark Forster, who's actually doing the Christopher Robin movie.
Oh, really?
And that movie was notorious because Forster got basically fired from the movie. Him and Pitt feuded so badly on set, they were pretty much communicating only through sticky notes. And Brad Pitt had him pretty much removed. They reshot the entire third act. The movie was notorious for script problems, and that was like the one case where you had massive reshoots that didn't end up sucking. Fantastic Four.
So do you think that maybe they wanted him especially because he already had a relationship with Brad Pitt and that might not happen?
I think so. I think that, and I think Brad Pitt being the star and the producer allows Fincher to have more creative control because Pitt will protect him. The studio will be like, we can't do this, but Brad Pitt will be like, oh, no, I'm Brad Pitt. And you will respect my boy. Because they've made 3 movies together now. They made Fight Club, they made Seven, and they've made Curious Case of Benjamin Button. So they have a good working relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, if David Fincher wants to do this movie, you let him do this movie. You don't argue with him. You just let him do it. All right. So last bit of big news, guys. Well, technically two. We have an announcement of a He-Man movie, but we don't really have much to talk about that. That just has a release date for December. You know, it's He-Man. I don't know much about He-Man. Do you know much about He-Man? Yeah. It comes out December of 2019, and no director is attached. But the last big news is Joe Johnston, the director of Captain America: The First Avenger, Jurassic Park 3. The Rocketeer is set to direct the next chapter in the Chronicles of Narnia series, The Silver Chair, which is being reported as a reboot. It will not be connected to the other films, and it will have an entirely new cast.
So then it's technically not the next chapter.
Yeah, it's confusing because it's like they're still using like the same font and everything in the Chronicles of Narnia, The Silver Chair, but it's like it's a different cast. But I feel like they're using the term reboot wrong because I think they're still going to connect it. They just don't want to call it a sequel because I don't even know why you're making another Narnia movie. These movies haven't been successful outside of the first one, have they?
I don't think so. Honestly, I only watched the first one, and after that, there was like no big buzz about the other one.
I saw Prince Caspian and it wasn't bad. It just wasn't like all that like captivating. I didn't see the Voyage of the Dawn Treader though.
I think that's like one of those series of books that they really thought were just gonna take off.
They were just like
the most amazing movie.
After Harry Potter, they were like,
Yeah.
we gotta greenlight everything.
Yeah.
And it's funny that Narnia didn't take off. Like I think because Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was already a famous book, so that one obviously was a hit. But the Chronicles of Narnia has never been like a major success.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. They don't have a release date set, but that should be coming soon. All right, now moving on to trailers. Only two big trailers dropped this weekend. That's because no big movies come out this weekend. We will have probably more trailers starting next week with Guardians and moving forward. The first trailer we have up is Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I loved the first Kingsman. It's one of my favorite films of 2015. I think it actually got a little overshadowed by Mad Max Fury Road as far as like great action movies, and I think it's actually better. But I'm gonna catch hell for that in the comment section. And yeah, just this new trailer just looks so much fun. Like I love the idea of the American version of the Kingsman being the statesman, and if they all wear cowboy hats, like how the British ones are all wearing suits, and then like James Bond, they're all like cowboys and Indiana Jones in the American version, and Channing Tatum, and just so cool.
I don't think I watched that.
You didn't watch the trailer?
No, I think I watched like a really short like teaser.
Yeah, you watched the teaser. I think that's what happened because I think you got the wrong link.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
But
Channing Tatum's in it?
Yeah, Channing Tatum is like the American Kingsman. They also have like Jeff Bridges, Julianne Moore, Halle Berry, Elton John. Such a weird cast.
Oh yeah, I gotta go check that out after this.
It's funny. I guess I won't tell you because there's a reveal at the end of the trailer that I think a lot of people are upset about that they revealed, but it's not that big a shock. Like he's on the poster and he's in like the thing, so I don't know. Kingsman: The Golden Circle, guys. It arrives in theaters on September 22nd. I'm gonna be there to see it. It's probably one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And then the last trailer we have is Cars 3. Disney and Pixar released their final trailer for Cars 3. The movie comes out next month, so they want to get some buzz on it. They had a big thing where Pixar was talking to the press about the inspiration behind the movie. And these trailers have been rather dark, haven't they? The Cars ones. This one was like probably the most lighthearted. It was like the most inspirational.
Really? It made me feel of like Rocky 5-ish vibe.
I'd say Rocky 4-ish maybe, not Rocky 5 or Rocky 6 maybe.
Yeah, like just that whole vibe and like there was like another film I felt like it reminded me of.
Like the old champ coming back or like, you know.
Yeah, like this is his last chance to make something of his name.
He's got one shot and everything rides on tonight, you know.
Yeah.
And Cars has got 3 strikes, so he's gonna go for it.
It's just weird. I just don't know how to feel about this movie.
I don't hate the Cars films the way everyone else does. Like, what are your thoughts on the other 2 Cars movies, like Cars 1 and Cars 2?
I really like the first one.
Yeah.
The second one was
Yeah.
And then there was like these weird shorts that they did, and like spin-offs that I saw with my nieces. Like,
Oh, the Mater ones?
Yeah. They were just like, okay.
Yeah, like I like the first Cars. First Cars is cute. Cars 2 I don't hate actually. I know a lot of people do hate it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like bad Pixar movies go, I'd probably watch Cars 2 over Brave and Good Dinosaur. But Cars 3, this one looks really emotional. Like this one, like it feels like they're trying to like get the older audience who has dismissed Cars and also the audience that grew up with Cars.
Yeah.
Like the audience that was like, all right, maybe they've moved past Cars and like, no, come back, Lightning, and because it's true. Like there's that line the girl says in the trailer, like I remember seeing you as a kid, and they flash back to the scene in the first movie where he does the.
This reminds me a lot about Creed.
It does have a lot of Creed elements.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, any like, I guess sports film where they have to come back and
They gotta make it
do
come.
something.
They
I
gotta.
guess is racing a sport?
Yeah, racing is technically NASCAR is considered a sport.
Okay, then is this a sports movie?
Technically, yes. You can count Cars 3 as a sports movie.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm on board. I've heard a lot of good things. Early word of mouth has said it's really good. So I mean, this could be this could be a good redeeming factor for the Cars franchise. This could be pretty. You know what would be funny is if Cars 3 is like Logan or like Thor Ragnarok, where you've had like two movies where people like didn't really like them all that much, and then you do like the third film where everybody's just like yeah, because Thor Ragnarok's gonna like kill it with the Thor crowd. It's gonna like basically redeem that whole franchise.
We'll see what happens.
All right, guys. So we're gonna move on to some. We're gonna be moving on first to some Arizona news. We have the ASU Capstone Showcase is tonight at 7 p.m. These are all of the students at ASU I believe these are the graduates for the May. All their capstone films are screening tonight. You guys should go check them out. Go watch them. Support these people. They put a lot of heart, time, and money into these. Jenna, you saw some of them.
Yeah, I saw all of them actually. I was one of the committee members.
Don't say that. You've now pissed off a lot of people.
No, I should have made a lot of you guys happy because there's some good movies in there. So.
All right, guys. So the ASU Capstone Showcase tonight at 7 p.m. We also have Arizona's Douglas Pierce's movie Angels of Our Better Nature. Douglas Prose. I'm sorry about that. We just had him on last week. Douglas Prose's movie Angels of Our Better Nature premieres this Sunday, guys. So go watch it. You guys got 2 ASU events to go see. And honestly, guys, there's nothing in theaters this week. What are you guys gonna go see? The Circle, How to Be a Latin Lover.
Wasn't that film that you were in coming out?
Oh, Justice Served. That Justice Served does premiere on May 5th. So go. It'll be playing at Arizona Mills. Go watch it. Go check it out. And that is it as far as our Arizona news is concerned. Now we move on to our reviews. We don't really have any movie reviews, like I said. We do have a television show review, and that is Janet. What do you have?
I don't know. Wait, should I talk about Bill Nye?
I think that's what you were going to talk about. Bill Nye. Bill Nye the Science.
And then there's Chewing Gum. I don't know how many people watch Chewing Gum. It's a British show. It's on Netflix. It got a lot of awards last season. I just saw the second season, and it was so short. They only do like 6 episodes a season. But I like it. It's funny. If you guys are into British humor, check it out.
I mean, I do love some British humor.
It's really sexual too. It's like every episode's about some.
Everybody just now clicked on it right now. Everybody was just like, all right, and I'm chewing. Can you say it again? Chewing gum?
No, it's all about this woman's journey of finding her sexuality because she's a virgin. She was raised in a super Christian household.
It'd be really funny if Chewing Gum's like viewership went up a bunch on Netflix just now.
No, like honestly, it's an amazing show. It got a lot of awards.
We have a major spike. We have a major spike in the Arizona district.
And then I've seen like 4 episodes of Bill Nye Saves the World. Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it. I didn't know it launched yet. I thought it was until next week. So I was shocked to see that everyone was talking about it. How is it? Like, is it?
It's definitely like I was comparing this to like Bill Nye the Science Guy. No, not at all. Obviously Bill Nye was like aimed toward kids. This is aimed more toward, I guess, older teens and adults. It has like a live audience. Kind of, it reminds me of just like talk shows. Where they have like a panel and then they'll go out and they'll do segments out in the city. He has his correspondence. The first episode was about climate change. The second episode was about, oh my God, what was it about? Oh, like AIs. And I've heard a lot of news about how people find one of his episodes very controversial. He talks about the gender spectrum. And I think that's like episode 6 or 7. I haven't watched that yet. But yeah, he's got a lot of controversy with that. Actually, no. The second episode was about alternative medicine. Third episode was about AIs. But yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of controversy about this show, and it's weird because it's like when I see it, it's like it's Bill Nye.
Yeah.
It's like
and he has like awesome guests. Like he had Steve Aoki.
No way.
Designer and his stupid panda.
That's so weird.
And I'm sure he's gonna have a lot of other weird guests.
I mean,
Not weird, but you know what I
I'm,
mean.
I mean, yeah, I've seen some of the criticism. Some of the criticism is leveled just because he's saying facts, because
Yeah.
some of it is science, and there are some people out there who obviously disagree with science and facts. I don't know how you can disagree with those things, but all right. But the other stuff I've seen, it's interesting to see the discussion. I mean, I haven't watched the show. I'll probably watch it. I've got way too many shows to catch up on right now.
It's not like a binge type of show. It's like it's a talk show.
Yeah,
So
you don't really binge talk shows.
Yeah.
You kind of like put them on for background noise.
Yeah. That's kind of what it is. That's kind of one of the reasons why I haven't actually finished it.
It's interesting that you say that though, because like Netflix, that's how I feel about like Mystery Science Theater, like the new season. That's never really been like a binge show. You just kind of watch it. So it's like I feel like there's something troubling about that because Netflix has so much built its system on binge watching shows. That's how they like judge like, all right, this is what gets a new season and what doesn't. So it's troubling to me that these shows, which are probably both like Mystery Science Theater is great, and I assume this Bill Nye show is really good, but that these shows might not get other seasons because they're not binged at a traditional rate that the other shows are.
I think it's overall viewership though.
I hope so.
And popularity.
I
So.
I hope that is it, and I hope I have online chatter because I know Iron Fist is probably gonna get a second season because it was so watched. Damn it. Hopefully they make it better. And now I don't want to deal with another Iron Fist. Me complaining about Iron Fist. So we're just gonna close out the show, guys. Thank you.
You didn't watch anything? You didn't review anything?
I don't have anything to review.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I finished 13 Reasons Why, guys.
I guess we're not closing out. We have 13 Reasons Why.
It's really short. I just got reminded. Last time I talked about like watching a couple episodes. Oh my god, guys! If you haven't finished it or even started it,
everybody has finished it already.
You guys should watch it because it's not. At first, I was like, it's gonna be some stupid teen drama. It's not. Even my boyfriend Victor watched the whole season with me, and he was amazed by it. I think the most like cool part about it, not just the story, but the editing and cinematography, because they do this like back and forth from past and present, and they do a lot of match cuts and match edits. And it's really cool. So if you're into like the tech aspect, check that out. If you're really into story and that theme, check it out. It's cool. It's a cool show.
So guys, we've given you plenty of options of things to watch, from ASU capstone screenings to Angels of Our Better Nature. You have things to binge watch on Netflix, like start watching Bill Nye, start watching Mystery Science Theater. If you haven't already seen 13 Reasons Why, start watching that. You guys have plenty to watch in theaters this week. Obviously, next week is the beginning of the summer movie season with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And it's just getting started. We got plenty of summer movies hitting. So, guys, that is a wrap-up for our show today. Janet, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on YouTube, My Road to Hollywood, or Twitter, JanetSalas93.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RLFake94. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Please click that subscribe button, and thank you for staying within the frame.